Are you authoritative? Are you coming through? Now, what we're talking about here is to find the ways in order for people to see that you are indeed authoritative. That's the great challenge. And so what I have here for you today, when I talk about authoritativeness, which is, the topic, the matter, the subject that I teach in coaching and training, people often ask me, what type of a leadership style do I follow? Well, uh, my specialization, in other words, I specialize in authoritativeness. Now, authoritativeness is not a style. No, there are many leadership styles: directive, delegating, persuasive, democratic, visionary, all sorts of leadership styles. But authoritativeness is not a style of leadership. It is its essence. What this means is that whichever style you choose to work with your team, with your group, whatever, you have to be authoritative, not authoritarian, mind you, authoritative. In other words, that people look up at you as a person that they respect, they love, and they want to follow because you are a giver, because you're there for them. You're not just leading for your own interest, for your own agenda. Your agenda, it's them, it's the people that you lead. And people perceive that. That's why authoritativeness is so important. If you're enjoying what you're listening to, don't forget to click on the like button. And if you don't want to miss more videos like this that can contribute to your personal and professional growth, subscribe now to the channel. Now, why do people follow you? Well, people follow you because they see that you're credible, that you're impactful, that you have certainty. That drives people crazy in a good way, of course. They see that they can rely on you. You are reliable because you are strong, you are solid, you're standing straight, you do not compromise, especially in values, and I'll talk about that. So this is what people want to see. And as I said, no matter which style you use, which is okay, you use a style depending on, for either two reasons, either because you feel more comfortable with that style, it's more like akin your character, and so you tend to use that style, or because a certain circumstance, a certain situation requires you to use that specific style. Okay, but this has got nothing to do with authoritativeness. Whichever is the style, you have to be authoritative. In other words, you have to come through. You're a persuasive leader. Okay, good. Are you authoritative? Are you coming through? Now, what we're talking about here is to find the ways in order for people to see that you are indeed authoritative. That's the great challenge. And so what I have here for you today is a list of, what can you call it? Resources, qualities, assets. I don't really know. You can call it anything you want. Things that you have to refer to in order for you to strengthen your authoritativeness. So these are 9 things that I have here for you. So the first one is your ability, your competence, your skill. That's the first thing that people are going to look for in you. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're saying? Where does it come from? How much experience do you have? How many challenges have you faced? Okay, these are very material, physical things that people will want to check, and they want to make sure that you're up for the job, that you're fit for that. And so the ability is the first thing that they will be looking for. The second thing is your uniqueness. Okay, there's nobody else like you. Authoritativeness is based on you being unique. Now, what does that mean? I mean, if you only look at your competence, your skill, your ability, I mean, there are plenty of people that may have your same competence and skills, and perhaps even better than you. But that is not the only thing that makes you authoritative. the way you relate to people or to things, the clarity of your mind. For example, these are just examples. There are many things that you have to consider. And so everyone has his own mix of things that makes them unique. And that is what you have to look for. Because if you're unique, it's not that if there's somebody else like you cannot be authoritative, but it comes out much, much more strong. Okay. And even from a marketing point of view, you can use it much better. Okay, if you are unique. And the other thing is transparency. Transparency means you are like, people can look at you like through a glass, a clean, sparkling glass. What you see is what they see is what they get. There's no fooling around. That's me. What you see is me. You may like me, you may not like me, you may not like my face, you may not like my action, you may not, well, it doesn't matter, but this is me. Now, how important is that when you know that a person is exactly as she appears to be? That is very important, because your trust, the trust of people towards you is going to increase dramatically. They will want to be led by you because they know they can count on you. Why? Because of your transparency. And then you have humility. Humility is of utmost importance. Being humble is not like being modest. I mean, being modest is about downplaying yourself. Okay, I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect. Who cares? So don't lead. If you're modest, don't lead. But if you're humble, it means that you are in touch with your greatness, with your power, with your strength. You have that. You have no competitors. You're unique, right? And you're transparent. So you don't fear that. You don't fear competition. There's no one like you. And that's why you can afford to be humble. Like going up to one of the people that you lead and you listen to them. How would you solve this problem? And you don't just say that just to make believe that you're such a great spirit. No, that's not the reason you do that. You do that because you want to learn from them. That's humility. Because you can't know everything. No matter how authoritative you are, you're not going to know anything. And perhaps that person that has been working, in a certain way and on certain things in a very specific way will probably know more than you, and you can learn from that person. And even the lessons of life, instead of going against them and when something bad happens, something you didn't expect, and you're mad, okay, just accept it. That's humility, you see? Then order. Order means having priorities straight, your values straight, your beliefs straight, in order of priority. In this sense, I mean the order, not that everything has to be in order. No, I'm not talking about that. It's the order of things, the hierarchy of things that are important to you, that are put in a certain way, where the first one is top priority. Now, when you have that order in your mind, it's going to be much easier for you to make decisions fast, quick, and solid, because you know exactly what the priority is. And when people see that you can make decisions so easily and so strongly, you're going to acquire authoritativeness to their eyes. Well, look at this guy. I mean, why do I have to think a week before I make a decision, and this guy knows exactly what to do in the snap of a finger? See the difference? And of course, you have responsibility. Well, this is the easiest one to understand, but I put it there because it's important. You must remember that you are responsible for the people that you lead, for the things that you do, for the decisions you make, for the mistakes you do. And so I don't want to get much deeper into this because I think it's quite understandable. Then you have integrity. Integrity is when the things that you believe in and the feelings that you feel and the actions that you do are all aligned. What you believe and what you think, what you feel and what you do. There is no discrepancy in all these three things. And the people that you lead, they will say, this is perfect. He talks the walk and walks the talk. So it can't get any better than this. See, this is why integrity is so important. And trust. They have to trust you. We talked about that. You have to be reliable. But if you are authoritative, they will not have any other choice but to trust you. And they will trust you, believe me. But that is important. If there is no trust, there is no relationship. If you do not have a relationship with the people that you lead, you're not leading. It's as simple as that. And finally, which is pretty important, I wouldn't say the most important, but quite important, is the yearning, the desire, wanting to achieve something special with you and your team together, something unique, something that has never been seen before, even if that's not really true, but not too often. But whether you achieve it or not is not so important, but the yearning is, because when you're really motivated and inspired by doing something and achieving something, you're going to spread energy all over the place. And people love energy. They want it. They need it. Okay? So this is of no minor importance. So as I said, authoritativeness is the thing that I teach and that I work with. So if you liked what I just said to you, if it appeals to you, if you feel connected to what I just said, okay, you might want to have a chat with me. Okay, so look for me on my website, alessandrocarli.it/en for English, and we can have a chat. We can go deeper into this. It's free. It's a free consultation, and together we can figure out what you will want to achieve and how you can do that with authoritativeness. Because believe me, that is the holy grail of leadership. See you next time.